Welcome back to Bible Quizzes. We have 40 questions for you guys based on Noah's Ark. Let's get started. Question 1. Who is Noah's father? Methuselah, Lamech, or Enoch? The answer is Lamech. Genesis 5:28-29. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he had a son. He named him Noah and said, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." Question 2. How many sons did Noah have? 3, 2, or 4? Three. Genesis 5:32. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 3. True or false? The Lord regretted creating humans. True. Genesis 6:6. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. 4. Complete the sentence. I'm going to bring blank on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has breath, life of it in it. Fire, strong winds, or floodwaters. Floodwaters. Genesis 6:17. I'm going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. Before God flooded the earth, he told Noah to create what? A stone house, an ark, or a rowboat? An ark. Genesis 6:14. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. 6. God told Noah that the ark had to have a lower and upper deck. True or false? False. Genesis 6:16. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. 7. True or false? God told Noah that he can bring his wife, his sons, and their wives, and 2 of their friends on the ark. True or false? False. Genesis 6:18. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, you and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. 8. God told Noah to bring how many pairs of clean animals? 7, 6, or 2? 7. Genesis 7:2. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate. 9. True or false? God told Noah to bring 2 pairs of every kind of bird. True or false? True or false? God told Noah to bring 2 pairs of every kind of bird. False. Genesis 7:3. And also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 10. How old was Noah when the flood happened? 500, 600, or 300? 600. Genesis 7:6. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came on the earth. 11. Once every creature was inside the ark, who shut the door? Noah's trusted friend, Noah, or God? God. Genesis 7:16. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing. As God had commanded Noah, then the Lord shut him in. 12. How long did God let it rain on the earth? 20 days and 20 nights, 40 days and 40 nights, or 70 days and 70 nights? "40 days and 40 nights." Genesis 7:12. And rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. 13. The flood was so great that it covered all the mountains on the earth. True or false? True. Genesis 7:20. The waters rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. 14. How long did the flood last? 150 days, 300 days, or 440 days? "150 days. Genesis 7:24. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. 15. What mountain did Noah's Ark rest on? Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, or Mount Ararat? Mount Ararat. Genesis 8:4. And on the 17th day of the 7th month the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. 16. When did the ark come to rest on Mount Ararat? 4th day of 7th month, 7th day of the 7th month, or the 17th day of the 7th month? The 17th day of the 7th month. Genesis 8:4. And on the 17th day of the 7th month the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. 17. When did the tops of the mountains become visible? 1st day of the 10th month, 1st day of the 11th month, or 11th day of the 10th month? The 1st day of the 10th month. Genesis 8:5. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the 1st day of the 10th month the tops of the mountains became visible. 18. After 40 days, what bird did Noah send out of the ark? A dove, raven, or sparrow? A raven. Genesis 8:6-7. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. 19. After the raven, what bird did Noah send out to check if the water had receded from the earth's surface? Sparrow, eagle, or dove? A dove. Genesis 8:8. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. 20. After the dove came back, Noah waited for how many days before he sent it out again? 40, 7, or 10? "7 days. Genesis 8:10. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. 21. What was in the dove's beak that Noah took as a sign that the water had receded? A lily, earth, or an olive leaf? An olive leaf. Genesis 8:11. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. 22. After the dove returned with the olive leaf in its mouth, Noah waited for how many days before he sent it out again? 7, 14, or 4? "7. Genesis 8:12. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. 23. How old was Noah when the flood fully receded from the earth? 607, 604, or 601? 601. Genesis 8:13. By the 1st day of the 1st month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. 24. When did God tell Noah, now 601 years old, that they can come out of the ark? The 20th day of the 2nd month, 27th day of the 2nd month, or 21st day of the 2nd month? 27th day of the 2nd month. Genesis 8:14-16. By the 27th day of the 2nd month the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives." Once on the ground, Noah built an altar to the Lord and sacrificed some of the clean animals to him. True or false? True. Genesis 8:20. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. 26. Complete the sentence. Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is blank from childhood, evil, pure, or weak. Evil. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. 27. God told Noah and his sons to eat meat that has life blood still in it. True or false? False. Genesis 9:4. But you must not eat meat that has its lifeblood still in it. 28. Complete the sentence. I've set my blank in the clouds and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Rainbow, sun, or light? Rainbow. Genesis 9:13. I have set my rainbow in the clouds and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. 29. What are the names of Noah's sons? Cush, Egypt and Put, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, or Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah? Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis 5:32. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 30. Who among Noah's sons is the father of Canaan? Shem, Ham, or Japheth? Ham. Genesis 9:18. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. 31. When Ham saw his father drunk and naked inside his tent, what did he do? Covered him up with a robe, left him in the state and told his brothers, or woke him up to tell him to cover himself? He left him in that state and told his brothers. Genesis 9:22. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. 32. What did Shem and Japheth do when they saw their father drunk and naked? Called their mother so she can cover him up? Stared at their father as they covered him up, or covered their father while their faces were turned the other way? Covered their father while their faces were turned the other way. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father naked. 33. When Noah woke up and learned of what Ham did to him, what did he do? Cursed him, forgave him, or hit him? Cursed him. Genesis 9:24-25. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of the slaves will he be to his brothers. 34. How long did Noah live? 650 years, 950 years, or 850 years? $950. Genesis 9:29. Noah lived a total of 950 years and then he died. 35. Who is being referred to in this line? He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed. Lamech, Shem, or Noah? Noah. Genesis 5:29. He named him Noah and said, He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed. 36. Why did God decide to destroy both humans and the earth? Because God wanted to create new things? Because humans and the earth are ugly? Or because the humans corrupted the earth and filled it with violence? Because the humans corrupted the earth and filled it with violence. Genesis 6:11-12. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. 37. Why did God spare the lives of Noah and his whole family from the flood? Because Noah was righteous, because Noah was wise, or because Noah was strong? Because Noah was righteous. Genesis 7:1. The Lord then said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. 38. How many humans survived the flood sent by God? 5, 4, or 8? 8. Genesis 7:13. On that very day, Noah and his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. 39. After Noah's sacrifice on the altar he made for the Lord promised to himself that he will never again destroy all living creatures. True or false? False. Genesis 8:21. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of the human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done." 40. God blessed Noah and his sons and gave them everything on the earth. True or false? True. Genesis 9:3. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything. And that's all the questions we have for today. Remember, put your score in the comments below and share this with your friends and family to compare your scores, and we'll see you in the next one.